my inaanaks, yes, we have a name now. And inaanak is actually a word play for my name. And inaanak means God child in Filipino. And I think it's a very cute name for our small family. And if you're an old subscriber, if you've been watching my videos ever since the beginning, you would know that this is the old setup and I missed doing videos in here. This is going to be my first sit-down vlog in a while and I hope that you'll appreciate it. This video is very meaningful for me and I hope that it will be too for you. So without further ado, let's get started. So in today's video, I will be sharing my bounce back routine. These are the things that I try to do to start feeling like myself again. Because there are days that you just fall back and let the pit in your chest consume you. It's like you're falling and falling but you never hit the ground. You just stop showering, you stop eating, maybe something happened to you, maybe you've encountered a problem, maybe you got brokenhearted, and I hope that this video will be helpful for you as it has been helpful for me. I keep on falling back these days and I want to be able to go back to this video and be reminded that I made this. I hope this video will be a reminder to the both of us when we start falling again. Because always remember that this is our safe place. You are not alone because I am here as well as all the other inaanaks. That's one thing that I love about this channel. When I become honest with you guys, you also let your guard down and you leave comments sharing about what's going on with you, and that is something that I really appreciate because this is my safe place and I love how you have made this space a safety net for you as well. I don't know how long this video will be, I just wanted to sit down and talk with you. So here are the steps that I take to start feeling myself again. The first step is feel whatever needs to be felt. Whether it be anger, frustration, longing, despair, sadness, whatever it is, you have to feel it, but don't swim for too long. Give yourself time to feel it, but you have to return to the surface again and let yourself heal. That's one thing that I've learned over the past year, over the past months. And the second step is you have to have your support system. Whether it be your family, your friends, your guidance counselor in school, your online friends even. So for me, I am very fortunate enough to have my family as my support system. That is something that I really appreciate because the past year have been really rocky for me and I am so thankful to the Lord that I have a family that is very supportive and very understanding of my current situation. I love how I've gotten closer with my family. I love how we've gotten closer to each other over the past months. And I know that it is a privilege to have a very supportive family because not all families are like mine. If in case you don't have your family to back you up, you have your friends in school, you can have your guidance counselor, and I swear your guidance counselor will be very helpful. When I was in college, there was a period that I would skip classes because I knew I was a ticking bomb. And in those times, I just went to my guidance counselor. I needed to have someone who would listen to me. There were situations wherein I wanted to go home. I would call my mom to pick me up in school, to have somebody pick me up in school because I just couldn't stand the bullying. I couldn't stand all the eyes, all the laughter, all the people talking behind my back. The importance of the second step is to have someone who would listen to you no matter what. As long as there is one person who's listening to you, that's enough already. If you don't trust anyone yet, you can have your own journal. That's what I have been doing. You know, the part of the first step then is you have to realize that any external help, whether it be medicines, your therapist, your doctor, your family, is only half of it because the remaining half is solely on yourself. One thing that I am also thankful for is my friends on Stan Twitter. I have established a group of friends and we're totally sisters now. That is something that I treasure the most. And I love them so much. I have mentioned them in a previous video and I want to mention them again because the past almost a month, the past weeks, they have been the ones keeping me sane as well as my family. So I hope that you'll establish your own support system, whoever it be, no matter what it will be. I hope that you'll find a stone that will help you keep yourself on the ground and stop you from floating away. And I just want to say that I love my family so much. I know I don't say it a lot. I just want to say that I love my family so much, especially my parents, especially my mama, because she's been very supportive of everything. And I love her so much. Thank you so much for understanding. I know that we have gotten closer lately and I appreciate that. I super appreciate that. Wow, my chest feels heavy from talking about this. Okay, number 3 is focusing on the little things because these are what affects us the most and we tend to forget that. It's like a domino. Once one falls down, the rest follows. And I strongly recommend on focusing on the little things. It may be as simple as doing your makeup, making your bed, taking a shower again, eating your favorite meal, watching your favorite video. You have to remember that these little things add up, and once you start doing or looking forward to little things in your life, I love focusing on these little things because they make me feel like I have control over my life, and it's one of the best feelings in the world. Number 4 is people cleanse and social media cleanse. Over the past year, I have let go of people. I have stopped talking to people who don't actually add value to my life. I know that is such a harsh thing to say. I know it's a bad thing to say, but you have to stop clinging on to people who will not bring you good, as well as on social media, because it's a fact that we spend a lot of time on social media right now. Instead of mindless scrolling for hours on social media, which only makes me feel very insecure, I try to follow accounts that would add value to my life. For example, I now have an Instagram account for my journal pages where I share bits of the things that I make and write. There, I follow accounts that I know would add value to my life, to be able to create what is in my mind on paper. And this also goes to my personal account. I only follow people who are very inspirational now, who I trust, who I believe in as creators and as people. I still follow friends, of course. If you think about it, social media isn't really as toxic as most people portray it to be, because as long as you follow the right people, you would have a very peaceful life, one where you're growing, and it's such a big change. I really recommend unfollowing and muting people because you'll just become happier. Another thing is I really recommend listening to podcasts because it keeps you engaged, especially when you're in long hours of traffic, when you're doing chores. I really love listening to podcasts, especially when I'm doing chores, especially on laundry days, because it keeps me stimulated. I learn new things. And some of my favorite podcasts have been Wake Up with Jim and Sab, The Hilarious World of Depression, and the Tableau podcast. This works for me now because instead of listening to music that just trigger memories, music that gives me time to think about other things, because let's be honest, I listen to the same music over and over again that I tend just go blank, go somewhere, daydream, instead of just listening to music that would make me feel things. I listen to podcasts because I have something to laugh about. I have something new to learn about. Of course, I still listen to a lot of music. I can't live without EXO and my favorite K-pop, hip-hop artists. So the 5th step is setting a number of goals. I know it's very simple, but it's not really as simple as you think it is. One of the things that I learned from the Tableau podcast that made me bawl in a public place, that made me cry on the bus ride home one night, is that Tableau recommended getting a piece of paper and drawing a line. On the top, write all of the reasons why you don't want to wake up tomorrow. And on the bottom, you have to write all the reasons why you want to make up tomorrow. Let's be honest, it is so easy to write all of the reasons why you don't want to wake up tomorrow. Whether it be because of your job, because of school, for me, because I want to stop feeling the pit inside me. I feel like people don't appreciate or don't want to watch my content anymore. But anyway, once you're done with the top list, let us now go to the reasons why you want to wake up tomorrow. This relates to what I said earlier, focusing on the little things. Because the reasons can be as simple as you get to hear a new episode of your favorite podcast. You get to tell your mom that you love her. You get to watch your favorite YouTubers. I know these are just small things. I know these are just small little goals. But I can't stress this enough. These little things are what drives us. These little goals are what gives us the drive to be alive. I included this list down your goals, because during exploration in Manila, during EXO's concert here in the Philippines, towards the end, I started feeling very, very sad because seeing my boys have been my only goal these past months, and I knew that I had already checked that goal in that list. And I am so glad that I got to talk to my friend Hannah. She's a mutual on Twitter, and on our way home, we had this mini existential crisis. I got to share with her my situation, and I told her that now that I had accomplished my goal of seeing my most favorite boys, I didn't know what to do. And what she said stunned me. Seriously, she said, then set a new goal. I did not know what to say at that time. I was so shocked with what she said. I know it's so small, but listing down different goals, small goals are what keeps us going. And I hope that you'll start listing down them too. For me, it's difficult to list down long-term goals now because I don't see myself in the long run yet. So as much as I can, I try to focus on the short-term goals. For example, next month I am going to have a trip with my family. Every morning I get to write to my journal. Every day I get to talk to my mutuals on Twitter. Every day I get new EXO photos. And these are the things that drive me. These are the things that make me want to wake up. And please, as you're watching this, you can pause and start listing all of the things that make you want to wake up. And I hope that they would be the reminders to keep you going. So we are now down to the last step in this routine, and the last one is a change of perspective. This is something that I learned from my family because a few weeks ago I got to talk to my mom and her brother, and that 2-hour pep talk was so meaningful for me because since that morning I saw life differently, and I really appreciate it. For the longest time I didn't realize that I only needed a change of perspective. Instead of comparing myself to others' situation, why am I not as successful as them yet? Why am I not traveling to these places? Why am I stuck in this limbo when everyone's establishing themselves already? Instead of comparing myself to others, I just started comparing myself to past Ina. See all of the things that I can still improve. See all of the things that made me sad and incomplete before. And ever since doing that, I just knew how to take care of myself more. A change of perspective is really important because instead of seeing a glass half full, instead of telling yourself that you still need more water to fill your cup, why don't you just think that Oh, I have something in my cup, although it's just half of it. At least I have something. At least I have something I can deal with. So I don't really know how to explain it, but instead of seeing things negatively, I know it's so difficult because every day is still a struggle for me. I still see everything darkly. It's still as dark. Here is one important thing when it comes to changing perspectives. Instead of thinking that the whole world is against you, think of it this way. You are a superhero and you have to do a lot of saving. I am a huge believer of seeing the two sides of a story, and oh my goodness, once you start seeing that, you just start growing. And I hope that future Ina, once you see this video, I hope that you would start feeling inspired again. I hope that you would remember yourself this day as you're filming this, because you woke up this morning happy. You listened to EXO and you felt so pumped up. That's why you're making this video. And to you, my inaanaks, I hope that you'll return to this video when everything seems to be falling down again. And I really appreciate if you've reached this far. Seriously, I really appreciate it, because I know a lot of people don't really reach until the end of the video. They don't really want to watch the video until the end, honestly. And I hope that this video has been very helpful for you. I'm proud of myself for making this video, honestly. My chest still feels heavy because it pains me to think that people need to see this video to feel slightly okay. And I don't want to start crying because, yeah, I just love you, my inaanak, so much. I love you guys so much. And I hope you start loving yourself again. And I hope you start seeing the beauty in being alive again. I hope you start seeing that there are great things in life, whether they be big or small. There are a lot of things to be alive for, and there are still parts and things about me that I don't know how to love. But it is a huge step for us to start looking for these things, to identify them, to know how to love them. And I'm so proud of you for reaching the end of this video. I'm so proud of you for recognizing your struggles, for recognizing your feelings. And thank you so much for making this space your safe space. I hope that you'll follow my journal page again, because it is something dear to my heart. It is as close to my heart as this creative space on YouTube is. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you're having a nice day, and I hope I could give you a hug. We'll have a little meet and greet. We'll have a little field trip with my other inaanaks, and I hope that you'll join it if you've reached the end of this video. And just remember that I love you so much. You are loved, and my DMs are always open if you need someone to talk to. I hope you're having a nice day. Stay weird, and I'll see you next time.